We are live with the Onyx Path news. Welcome, and it is coming up soon, people. One day. We have one day before The Worlds Below goes live on BackerKit. Hopefully, you saw the vivid fungal undead in the in the screen grab, the image for this Onyx Path news episode. I can tell you that there's a whole load of that vivid art in World Below throughout, and it is looking like it's going to be an absolutely beautiful game. I'm so proud of what the team put together for this one, from a writing and an art perspective, and we have a damn good editor on it too. I do hope you check it out, and in fact, one thing I would love, if it's possible to do, and this is where I'm going to need your help, is the World Below BackerKit link is in the video description below. When I mention it and ask you to click on it, what I'm going to ask you to do is copy it and share it to your social media. Let people know this campaign goes live tomorrow, the 17th of October, and ask them to click on it if they can, because the more people who get notified when this campaign goes live, the more people likely to back it at that point. I see Ian also sharing it in the chat of this particular live stream, so thank you very much, Ian. Yeah, the earlier the support, the better. There's reason for that, not just our greed. There are various tiers that are likely to be taken up pretty quickly on this one, and so the sooner you can get in, the sooner you're likely to be able to back at that tier. So if you are unfamiliar with The World Below, it is our new subterranean fantasy game, Onyx Path Publishing's newest fantasy game using the StoryPath Ultra system. You can actually find out an awful lot about The World Below on my channel, The Gentleman Gamer, as I've been doing these sort of short 5 to 10 minute videos, synopsizing things like antagonists, powers, the characters you play, certain elements of the rules, and so on, video by video, so that people who aren't as comfortable reading a manuscript to learn the game can instead learn by watching my videos, like many of you probably did with Gentleman's Guide to Vampires many years ago. So please do check those out, but most importantly, do check out The World Below. As Louis Garcia has commented in the chat, one of our co-creators on The World Below, one of our authors, was Ed Greenwood. He joined a fantastic team of writers. We had such a talented bunch on this book. And I certainly don't want to miss any out, but we can certainly thank individuals such as Kimberly Godwin, Chant Evans, Travis Legg, Danielle Lozon, Michele Masala, and as I say, I don't want to miss anyone. One of our co-authors on The World Below was Leith Shields, and Leith, who is no longer with us, sadly, put such wonderful work into The World Below, really did some of the best work I've ever seen from him. So if you're a fan of Leith's work on Werewolf and the various other games, Trinity Continuum, that Leith contributed to, do check out The World Below to see his contributions to this game as well. I know he was very proud of them, and Travis and I was speaking with him about them, well, God, without trying to sound too morbid, all the way up to the end. And that is very meaningful for me, because it was always a pleasure working with Leith and seeing the ideas he could come up with. So, yeah, didn't mean to go off on a somewhat morbid tangent, certainly didn't intend to. But yeah, it's strange when you think like that, that the contributions you make to these games, you don't know which one might be the last one, and I hope that this one does him proud. I certainly feel it does. I think we're all so happy with The World Below. So if you do get a chance to check it out before I start getting emotional, please do click on the BackerKit link below to get notified when the campaign goes live. Please do share it on your social medias, your Twitters, your Facebooks, your Blue Skies, your Tumblrs, your Instagrams, and whatever else the young, hip, and trendy kids are using these days. The World Below isn't our only news, however. We also have released a couple of Exalted Essence products last week, and we know that Exalted Essence is a very popular game line. Exalted Essence has proven incredibly popular. People do love their streamlined approach to Exalted. And last week we released Scoundrel Song, which is a piece of fiction. It's a novella for Exalted Essence by James Huggins that puts, I believe, the characters in this one are a Lunar and an Infernal that have to team up. And it's a bit of an odd couple matchup, but I am reliably informed that this is a wonderful piece of fiction that can help you get into the world of creation and Exalted. If you are on the lookout for new fiction, you can certainly do a lot worse than checking that out. And it's something I always like to point people toward. We spend a lot of time on our fiction at Onyx Path, and while we know the vast majority of our audience are here to buy the role-playing games, I love it when I hear back from people who have been reading our novels, our novellas, our anthologies, and so on as well, because the reason we create these is to really get people into our games from a different angle, get them thinking of ideas they might bring to the tabletop, or just seeing the world from different positions. So do check out Scoundrel Song if you can. Once again, linked below. We also released Exalted Essence VTT assets. And of course, as is always the case, you can use these VTT assets for other games too. So if you're not an Essence player, but an Exalted 3rd Edition player and you use Virtual Tabletop, well, these are just as useful there. Likewise, you can use them in your games of D&D or Pathfinder or basically any fantasy game or Wuxia game, if you like. I could even see them being used quite easily for something like They Came from the Cyclops' Cave. So do check those out if you're a virtual tabletop gamer. Now, with that said, we are about, I think, by my reckoning, about 1 day and 1 hour away from the campaign for the World Below going live. Maybe 1 day and 2 hours, but either way, it's just over 1 day. So this is the heed the call moment, as they'd say on Trinity. Please do give it your backing. And if you can't give it your backing, please do share the link. I would love it if we get to 600 people to be notified before, well, as the campaign goes live. That would be a good, healthy number. And currently we are approaching that, but wouldn't it be great if we could hit it? So give it your best. I appreciate it whenever people do. And I will see you over on BackerKit, I have no doubt, in the comments. And so, yep, Ian has just pointed out 26 hours away. Wow, okay. So, yeah, coming up very, very soon. I don't mind admitting I am slightly nervous about this one, but I am sure that we will do well, and that you will love this game if you give it a try. So yeah, do check it out, and I will speak to you all again soon. Bye bye.